a journey there. Hope you brought back some goodies.
Oh, if only you were here to see this. I did bring back some goodies. In fact, I brought back a goodie so good that... Well, I went running for 400 or so meters, possibly more, likely more, and finally managed to get my hands on it. This was an exhausting journey, wasn't it? Okay, so the one thing that I got out of it, well, the balloons were actually, but I got 3 dumpster pearls. One of them is this perfectly round dumpster pearl. I want to see what it nets me here. Lots of steel sheets. Those look like first aid kits. That's a liberator? Oh wow, it shouldn't have. Oh, and this side storage. I forgot that it needs to be replaced. Check the facts. It's starting to drive me up the wall here. More like facts machine, am I right? 8-8-T? Maybe. Alright. And now for the other 2. Lots of chemicals. I need those. What the... I'll be danged. Double danged. There is mid and deep zone stuff in here. Can you imagine that? Mid and deep zone stuff in a dumpster pearl of all places? Well, let me see. I think I was going to jump the battery at some point, because I think in that case it needed it, but before I do that, so instead of using the shop vac, again I'm going to use one of these hand vacs. Dow. Stow this this thing here. There we go. Oh, and while I'm at it, there's no fix for this, so I'm disposing of it. And I think there's another. Well, it doesn't show up on here, but one of my doors is fragile. Yeah, it's fragile. It's that armored door that I got off that that Arda Investigator too. Thought I'd see the day. Using this vacuum cleaner wasn't the greatest idea in the world. I mean, it seems to be flinging stuff past me instead of storing stuff in my trunk. So I'm just gonna shop vac the rest of this. Aid kit. Food. Yeah, there's not much. I think I got almost all of it with the vacuuming, but well, I can only go so far. I had a lot of unstable energy here. So let me see. What have I already done? These. Already done these. Already done these two. Although, second, there was another headlight here. Reinforced headlight. I wonder if I can make one of those, like, right now. Okay, so it takes Olympium fragments to do it. I don't know, do I want to save my Olympium? Oh man, do I want to save my chemicals? Where's my repair putty? I got a lot to slather it on. Speaking of Olympium, I think I've got another door that needs. Well, it was fragile. Maybe I'll replace it with an Olympium door too. About the limb shield. Maybe under certain circumstances it's better to equip it and use it as opposed to well, take my chances like I did in the deep zone. That didn't exactly go as I planned. Although one thing I liked about that was that I didn't get caught in that meteor storm. And I was able to analyze something called fallen firmament, which I imagine is going to be a very interesting read. Oh, where's the impulse emitter? I got it. Just replace the old door with an Olympium door. After that, I've only got enough Olympium to replace one headlight. Never did like a pair of mismatched headlights. The side storage. One for all my spare tools. Where do I find that under? Yeah, here we go. Reassign this. Okay, so let's see, what do I put this here. A lot of spatial reasoning going on here. I'll put these spare first aid kits and these rations here. Restock everything else bit by bit. Liberator 2. There's a couple of things I don't have a spare of anymore because, well, they got worn out enough for me to have to replace them. Except for my crowbar, which really was on its last legs and really did need to be replaced. Did I charge my battery yet? No, and I was about to use a battery jumper to charge it in the zone, but, well, I guess I don't need to worry about that anymore. No fuel. Isn't that cheap? Okay, so now that I've replaced everything here, what about the friendly dumpster? I wish that thing wouldn't be such a sour ball. Okay, so I got one thing. I think it's an antenna gizmo, and let me see. Oh, a surfboard. Swirl the waves to surge the foam and smell the salt. If you can't be out there right now, this certainly is a fine reminder of some very good life choices. Well, I'm thinking about this. I've got red blue. Oh, I need carbon fiberglass. Okay, 6 units of carbon fiberglass. And I can make a balloon shirt. Wait a minute. I don't have enough fabric? All the things to be missing. Okay, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this in the outside locker because I'm pretty sure that that the crafting system here reads from all lockers, not just the ones indoors. Load these in here temporarily, and then I'm gonna put this pack of spare bulbs here. Let's see what I can research here at the fabrication station. About the a crackling crawler. I still haven't scanned one of those. I think I know where to find one though. Now my tires. I need polygrip tires. And those, I think. It looks like they need, well, balloons, beach balls, that sort of thing. Hold on a second. An AMP engine. Yes, it's expensive, but I can afford it this time. And, oh wait, it's because I haven't scanned the EMP engine yet. AMP engine. And EMP, I suppose, is the reason I'm here. Things to the transfer trunk. Yep, I completely filled it. Once again. some of the stacks of 20 in here in this expanded locker. Some stacks of 10 too. Now that I've done that, shouldn't have to worry too much more about inventory space, because a lot of stuff that takes up a lot of inventory space is outside now. Of course, that doesn't stop there being things that take up space, but that's beside the point. Alright, fine. Here's what I'll do. Replace these. The entire top row. And put it outside too. More stuff outside. I shouldn't have to worry about stuff inside. What the heck? Getting sick of moving stuff around like this. You know, I suppose I sort of knew that there had to be another use for balloons and beach balls and such. I knew it went beyond shirts. Alright. So, this engine. I need a lot of swamp coral for it. I don't have it. But, oh, it runs off the battery. Drains 44 miles per kilowatt? So yeah, it's an electric engine. But I need circuit boards for it. You know what I ought to do? I'll just make some. 2, 3 like that. Out of plastic now? It's another common resource that's suddenly scarce. Why is that? Did I really make all this stuff out of plastic? I mean, there's plastic here. But this is nuts. How could I possibly be running out of plastic? Do I have any in this locker? Well, it doesn't look like I have any. Maybe a lot of stuff uses it. All right. So. Wait a minute. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't replace that tire just yet. Not a blowtorch in here either. Alright, so what have we learned? Well, I finally was able to scan one of these, a fallen firmament. Answer phone message transcript, origin unknown, November 8th, 1968. You ever think that maybe all this wasn't such a good idea? Look, I'm just saying that today I was chased by some kind of giant saw, my car door was dissolved by a blob of acid, and now I'm calling you to report another chunk of rock dropping out of the sky. Last year we expanded the zone even more, while also doubling down on the long-established government tradition of quietly covering up all the damage and disruption we've caused. And this year, my job has been providing constant updates on how all the new land we seized for our day is warping, changing, and full of things that might well kill us. This project was so different when Turner was in charge. It felt like we were trying new things. Then it just became about chasing money, or artist secrets, or the government trying to pretend they didn't screw up so much. Anyway, gotta go, there's more rocks falling from the heavens. I'll try and call you again later. And wheels. The power grip tires. If I remember correctly, it looked burned out. As opposed to smashed. No wonder I haven't seen it. Like somebody before this bulbous lift its life and move on to the afterlife, perhaps it will enjoy some kind of afterlight, whatever the case you'll need to install a replacement. I haven't run into this message yet because all my light bulbs were smashed instead of burned out. There's still some things to discover here. And the surfboard antenna. And how did this trip go? Well, I took a lot of radiation damage, some corrosive damage, and some odds and ends there. I was driving for an entire minute and 9 seconds uphill. My car was airborne for 8 seconds. The storm lasted almost a minute and a half. And my car really took a lot of... Actually, it was pretty well spread out this time. But it took a lot of damage in general. Most of it was radioactive, but second to that was, well, poison. But third to that was impact damage. And a lot of that was me trying to drive uphill for that minute and 9 seconds. And what else did I unlock? Oh, lime green paint, otherwise known as hot rod green. Only got a couple of things that to find out paint-wise. Do I need any new stuff here? Two mechanics kits and actually, what the heck, I'll use the repair putty to fix this tire. So that's one repair putty and 2 mechanics kits and a sealing kit too. Wait, those take plastic? Everything takes plastic. No wonder I'm so short on it. Well, in the interest of getting more plastic, let me see, what exactly... There we go. I know tires don't have any plastic in them. Doesn't seem like doors do either. I swear they did. What about the panels here? There aren't any on the sides, but here's one on the front. Huh. Well, fortunately, I know what actually does have plastic, like guaranteed to have plastic, and that's consumer electronics, which I imagine I ought to be scrapping more of. These things have been here since the start, since I first came here, and I never bothered to scrap them. I did think of it from time to time, but only if I needed to. This time it looks like I do. Oh, and MREs have like plastic, I guess, cases. You get some plastic after you eat one. But I suppose now I know what I need to, what I need to scrap as a rule of thumb on my next trip. I have another battery jumper. Wait, do I have one like in storage somewhere that I just forgot about? Yeah. Alright. Do you have anywhere left? Well, this is interesting. There is a highway to the deep zone. It's a bit stormy, but I can clear that. I'm not exactly sure if it connects D1 and B1. But then where else is there for it to connect? I have no idea. You know, I may end up making multiple trips through multiple deep zones if that's what it takes. Tell you what, I'll go here, and let's see, what kind of route should I take getting here? I mean, I have like 5 scanner charges. I think it can clear one, what do you call it? One of those storms with a scanner charge. Can't take D1 to here. Unless what I did is took G1 to D1 because I need the marsh eggs. I already went to R3. Why it's called R, I have no idea. It seems kind of out of the way for the alphabet, but well, the one thing I don't want in the deep zone is fuel. Well, fuel draining. So let me see. I guess I ought to go here. Let me just make it safe. It's completely dark and there are exhausting explosions. Gee, thanks. And what? Meteorite medley is still there. Won't be spending much time on A5 then. C3. Puncture probability and acid devalue fuel. I'm going to be taking an awful lot of short trips, aren't I? But at least B1 is okay. I've only got 1 scanner charge left. What do I want to get rid of? Well, there aren't any meteorite squalls in either of these, but oh boy. I know it sounds a bit cliche of me, but it's not going to be easy, is it? Here. But again, whoever said it was. So it'll be E6, C3, B1, A5, and A3. I should be able to get Olympium in A3. Each ball's 2. Alright, fine, I'll take my chances with both of those. I mean, yes, I have a history of misplaced faith, but, well... Where's my crowbar? There we go, there it is. Wait a minute. Unreliable. Can I replace this thing? Yes, I can. Okay. So before I go, then I have to replace my resource radar. Glad I checked that. There we go. I've got a couple of odds and ends, but who cares? Okay, off we go. Before we officially reach the zone, that's better.